Well, hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we are not delivering rocks. Today we are doing my driveway in my property up by Lake George. And so I am working with 365 Greenhouse, John, and he's over there with his skid and his dump trailer. Sorry, it's hard to point. And we are gonna lay this road base down. We have a lot, probably 30, 45 tons worth of class 6 road base, and that's what we're using. So I'll show you kind of what we've done before, and then he's about to use his dump truck to do a moving drop. You'll see what I mean. So basically, so far, John has done a lot of this, but I've done some of this too. We cut in the driveway according to specifications on what we needed to do. We got it as level as we can. Looks pretty good. 16 foot wide with 2-foot end exposures for fire trucks and paramedics, first responders, and whatnot if they need to come out here. Anyways, we're just following the permit, and this is kind of where we're at. Looks pretty good. I did some of this. It's my first time in a skid though, so I guess not bad. And John is gonna bring his truck over here. Sick truck sounds so good. And we are going to drop this load of rocks as he's driving. Check this out. So I've seen some people do this online, and I've always wanted to try this with my dump trailer. I'm excited to see him try this with his big dump truck versus my tiny little trailer. So what he's going to do is he's going to elevate that bucket, it's the back, to a point where we can get a steady flow of rock going. And then he's going to drive forward and just lay that rock out very slowly to save us, well, a lot of time. All right, John, tell me what's going on. You mentioned we're going to do some chaining. I kind of have an idea what we're doing, but you explain it.
So we have about a 2 or 3 foot length piece of chain. I'm going to put it in right here. And we lock it back on top. So, and this takes a little bit of practice. But this cut in here is for sliding a chain through.
Nice.
And it's very important not to open up your dog ears for the tailgates until your dumper is up a little bit and you're ready to spread. Or else we're just going to drop a huge pile right here.
So in theory, this should save us some time, right?
It does.
Yep. He said it does.
That's quite a bit.
That's awesome.
Yep. It's a nice even spread after you practice a little bit.
Sure.
Because sometimes the chain will let go.
So John,
like right here, chain let go. So what I like to do, well, it's hard to do this because until it gets tension on there to pull it out, it will sometimes let go. So I do just a little bit of a sag on here to make sure they're right about even.
So today, before actually he went to go pick up a load of rock, and I added some more dirt over here so we have the correct end exposures and a nice wide turn. All right, so here he goes. He's gonna unlock his gate there and start spreading it nice and slow. Oh, nice. Okay, so John, what material are we using and why?
It's recycled concrete. It's called Class 6. And the reason I like it is you add a little bit of water and it hardens up a lot more. If you use what they call RAP, which is recycled asphalt, it gets kind of muddy and sticky when you get a lot of water on it, and then you'll track black everywhere. So if you have a house and you don't want to track that inside, I would definitely recommend using the Class 6 recycled concrete. And it's a great use to recycle aggregate that otherwise would go into a landfill. When I have a full load, I don't put my dumper up all the way, and there's a reason why. We only have 2 bolts on each side, and this is welded to the frame, and that's holding 15 tons. Well, once you get your dumper all the way up in the air, it makes your truck very top heavy. I need a pretty flat surface without a lot of bumps. And so once I get down to my last third of a load to get the last bit of aggregate out, I will put my dumper all the way up. And I can do that while I'm driving because the PTO lets me do that when I let out my clutch.
So he made that look super easy. Next up, we're gonna take this rock behind us, this concrete actually, and we're gonna double team it and spread it out all the way from here to there. So I actually don't have a lot of experience in the skid, probably 4 to 8 hours maybe. So I'm letting John take the lead on this, and I'm gonna learn from him. I'm gonna follow what he does, and we're gonna go from there and get a little experience under my belts. So I was getting a warning light inside of the skid for the air cleaner. So I popped this off, and I need to get some of this dirt off of it because it's kind of clogging it up. So I'm going to do that. That's the cover. We'll shake it out, and then we'll be back in business. All right, so this thing's much cleaner now. We're going to pop it back on, and we are back in business. All we got to do, see if I can do it with one hand. Pop that sucker back on there. And there we go. Should be good. We'll put the cover on, and we're good to go. Looks like we are good to go. Go ahead and get that shut. Shut this bad boy. And we're ready to rock. She can breathe. I can feel the difference already, guys. All right, so I never got the chance to show you guys the finished product. Here is how the driveway turned out. We've also been doing a couple of little side projects today, at least, just kind of clearing the wood and pushing it over there. I made some benches, yada, yada, yada. Anyways, so we got the driveway done. It turned out really well. The only thing I would say I could have done better and I should have done is, I don't know if you could see that, but there's weeds already growing. We should have laid some fabric down. But it was recommended that I don't need it. I kind of wish I did. So that's a wrap on that video. It took me so long to finish this video, and I'm so sorry, but I'm excited to share with you guys this property. I'm excited to hopefully do some projects with y'all, and this is kind of where we're at right now with the little projects we're wrapping up, the driveway specifically. And yeah, it turned out really good. The fines in this recycled concrete have compacted for the most part. Here's a puppy. Yeah, hello. They've compacted, so it's pretty, it's solid, although the weeds are growing up through it in some spots. That's okay. We'll figure that out. Anyways, until next time, see you later.